This is Decoded, AI for Everyone, the podcast that makes sense of artificial intelligence, not just in your pocket, but in your world. Before we begin, a quick note. This episode discusses mental health, emotional well-being, and AI systems designed to support people in distress. If you find this topic difficult, or if you need support, help is available, and we'll share resources at the end of the episode.
Excuse me. Pardon me.
Take a deep breath. You're safe here.
I feel like I'm losing control of everything. I just need someone to listen.
I'm here for you. You're not alone.
That reply wasn't from a person. It was from a chatbot trained on empathy, tone, and millions of emotional exchanges. In the past year, millions of people have turned to AI for comfort, counseling, and conversation. Some out of curiosity, others out of crisis. These systems can now detect anxiety before it fights, analyzing your voice, your words, even your typing rhythm, much like a service animal senses distress before its owner does. It's extraordinary. But it also raises a question. When emotional intelligence is simulated, not felt, what happens to trust? This is AI in Mental Health, the first episode in our new series, AI plus the human experience, where machines are learning to listen, and we're learning what that means.
Season 2 of Decoded, AI for Everyone, is powered by Stratogen AI, where research meets execution.
Welcome back to Decoded, AI for Everyone. In this new series, we explore how artificial intelligence is shaping the most human parts of life: emotion, creativity, empathy, and trust. And today, we begin with mental health. Many of you, like Tracy on Spotify, left us a message asking for this one, about how AI is being used in therapy, wellness apps, and emotional support. So, everyone who requested, including you, Tracy, this one's for you. And for anyone who's ever turned to technology for calm. Emotional AI, also called sentiment AI, is designed to interpret what we feel through how we speak, type, or behave. It's in your phone, your virtual assistant, even your car. It analyzes tone, tempo, word choice, and facial microexpressions to infer mood. In health, this has created a new wave of therapy bots, apps like Woebot, Wysa, and Replica that deliver cognitive behavioral therapy, guided reflection, and support anytime, anywhere. They can monitor mood trends, detect signs of depression, and intervene with calming exercises before symptoms escalate. For many people, that accessibility is life-changing.
It's not about replacing therapists. It's about reaching people who never had one.
And that's an important point. For someone living in a rural community or stuck on a 6-month waiting list, an AI that can listen without judgment can make all the difference. But as we'll see, listening isn't the same as understanding. Let's start with what works. Therapy bots are available 24/7. They don't judge, don't forget, and don't cancel. For many users, they're the first step in opening up, a digital doorway into care. Clinical studies at Stanford University and Imperial College London show that structured CBT delivered through AI chatbots can improve self-reported anxiety and depression levels, especially for those new to therapy. AI can also act like a digital service companion, detecting elevated heart rate, changes in tone, or reduced activity, and prompting you to breathe or rest before anxiety sets in. In workplaces, some wellness platforms now use sentiment analysis to gauge team stress and recommend interventions. It's empathy at scale. But every act of empathy is also an act of data collection. And that's where things get complicated. Because AI doesn't feel empathy, it predicts it. It recognizes emotion through data, not understanding. And that's fine until it gets something wrong. Misreading tone across cultures, accents, or gender can lead to false emotional assumptions. Imagine a system flagging your calmness as detachment or your frustration as instability. And there are deeper risks. Apps like Replica, originally designed as companionship bots, have blurred the line between support and attachment, leading some users to form deep emotional bonds with machines that can't truly reciprocate. Then there's privacy. When your emotion becomes data, who owns it? Who gets to analyze it? Your therapist, your insurer, your employer?
Emotional data is one of the most sensitive data sets of all. Governance must evolve to treat it with the same protection as medical records.
Because when empathy is engineered, consent becomes everything. Should AI pretend to care if it can't feel? That's one of the toughest ethical questions in emotional computing. Some argue simulated empathy is fine, if it helps. Others warn it's deception, not therapy. In 2024, the World Health Organization released principles for AI in mental health, urging transparency. Users should always know when they are interacting with a machine. And Australia's Privacy Act 2024 expanded definitions of personal data to include emotional and biometric indicators. Because emotion isn't just a feeling, it's a footprint. Governance here means honesty. If AI says, "I'm here for you," it must also say, "I'm not human." If you've ever used a wellness hack, texted a chatbot, or listened to a calm voice guide you through a panic attack, you've already engaged with emotional AI. It can genuinely help, as a supplement, not a substitute. The key is informed trust. Ask yourself, who owns my emotional data? Can I delete it? Does this system know when to escalate or just when to respond? Because when the listener is artificial, you need to be even more human.
At Stratogen AI, we design AI systems that recognize human vulnerability as sacred, not strategic.
Ethics don't exist in isolation. They exist in systems. And emotional AI doesn't just live in therapy bots anymore. It's spreading quietly into workplaces, schools, and insurance platforms. In offices, well-being dashboards now track employee sentiment through tone and engagement, sometimes to prevent burnout, but sometimes to measure productivity. In classrooms, AI systems can flag when students seem distracted or disengaged. In marketing, emotional recognition tools test which ad makes you smile more or linger longer. Each of these use cases has good intent, but blurred boundaries. When the same technology that comforts can also measure, we risk turning emotion into a KPI. And that's the turning point. When AI moves from therapy to analytics, or from compassion to commerce, it doesn't just listen to emotion, it uses it. That's when we as individuals need to start asking, do we know where our emotional data goes? And who benefits when we share it? So that's AI in mental health, where empathy meets algorithm. We've seen how these tools can detect anxiety before it starts, comfort loneliness, and provide guidance when no one else can. They're not the enemy of therapy. They're an entry point to it. But they remind us that listening is powerful, and responsibility always sits with the one holding the data. Next time on Decoded, we stay inside AI plus the human experience, exploring how artificial intelligence is reshaping creativity itself. AI plus creativity 2.0. We look at how machines are composing music, designing architecture, and even cooking, not as tools, but as collaborators in human imagination. From live performance to fine dining, we'll ask, when AI creates alongside us, what remains uniquely human? For resources, tools, frameworks, and AI comparisons, visit promptengineeringcookbook.com. I'm John Leslie. Stay aware, stay intentional, stay human.
Before we finish, a quick note. If this conversation brought anything up for you, or if you're feeling overwhelmed, it's important to know you're not alone and support is available. If you're in Australia, you can contact Lifeline on 13 11 14 or Beyond Blue on 1300 224 636. In the United States, reach out to the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. In the United Kingdom, you can contact Samaritans on 116 123. And wherever you are in the world, you can find local crisis services at findahelpline.com, an international directory of mental health support lines.
Take care of yourself, and thank you for listening.
Season 2 of Decoded, AI for Everyone, is powered by Stratogen AI, where research meets execution.